Do you spend more time worrying about what your competitors are doing than how to connect with your customers? You're just one of many brands in a busy marketplace, and you're looking to make sure customers remember you before anyone else. This week, I'm standing up for the story of green energy suppliers. My name is Rachel Savage from Brand New Story, and with so many new green energy suppliers appearing on the market in recent years, I'm showing you how knowing and telling a brand new story will put you head and shoulders above your competitors. And what I want to know is, do your customers see themselves in your story as soon as they hit your website? And in order to answer this, I always ask the following question. Is your website a shop window or a conversation? So a shop window, very much like this here with Bulb, it looks at the world in terms of from its perspective, looking out on the world. So it kind of broadcasts to the world who it is and what it does. So you can usually tell a shop window because the word we forms heavily here. So we buy our energy, we provide our members. Gets a bit interesting down here. We start to look at actually a little bit more about the energy and how Bulb, what kind of energy that they use and they generated, but then it's all we. There's some great stuff here about tree planting, but then it gets back into verification. And I'm sure that there's a great story with Bulb. They're doing really well, but it's just not quite coming through at the moment. And I feel that this is a little bit of a missed opportunity for them. It's a very similar story when we get to Octopus here. It's very much about there's a lot of industry kind of jargon here, so it feels like it's quite internal looking again, rather than putting itself in the shoes of its customers. One little thing I love here, though, I'm not sure if you can see, is that there's a little gadget that comes up, and if, like, my computer is over 80% charged, it just asks you to unplug, which I'm going to do now, and then it disappears. So I love that, and I want to see more of that kind of fun and education on this site. Again, it feels like this bit here where you can really speak to your customers direct. It feels like this is a real missed opportunity. Now we get to Ecotricity. Now, disclaimer, this is my old stomping ground. Before I set up my own business, I was the staff writer and content manager for Ecotricity. And what's really interesting here is the fact that on the website, Dale's just launched a book, so obviously the homepage is mainly focused on Dale. And I think this is quite interesting because this is where there's something I call making your CEO the hero of your story instead of your customer. And what's interesting is that I love here that how a maverick entrepreneur took on British Energy and won. It's very much Dale's story. And I think when I create a brand new story with a client, what we do is we look at, okay, if your hero is the customer, as the brand, you're the mentor, what kind of brand are you? So I work with archetypes. And I've always said that Ecotricity is very much the maverick, where actually I feel if it just made that shift to a rebel brand and spoke to the inner rebel of its customers, it would just probably be a lot more appealing for people. But Ecotricity, very strong story. It's in the website. You've got to look for it a little bit. And there are moments of absolute clarity where the customer will feel like the hero of the story, but they're a bit too few and far between at the moment. So if we have a look at Good Energy, beautiful site, love the brand colours, guys. Again, it's a little bit looking at the world of Good Energy out rather than the customer looking in. I think here at the moment, I think greenies like myself, absolutely, we agree with this. More people than ever agree with this. But for a lot of people right now, they're living in a COVID crisis. So I think I don't know why that just doesn't quite sit with me at the moment. But again, it's about good energy. It's very much about the company looking out rather than standing in their customers' shoes. But it's better, and it's, there is a story in here. I think it just needs eking out, and I think it's probably got something to do with the next generation. Then we get to OVO, and straight away, as soon as I reached this site, good for you, good for the planet, that made me feel good from the start. It's about doing something together for the benefit of the planet and the benefit of us all. Let's do something big together. Yes, straight away it's calling me in. So I think this site for me at the moment is probably one of the best that I've seen in terms of making the customer the hero. It needs a little bit of tweaking. At the moment, there's a together thing. I think there is space for you to really go to town and call your customers to arms and make those the heroes of your story. But this is great, and I think this is the best out of all of the sites that I've been working with over the past weeks. So that's all from me. If you'd like to find out if your customers are likely to see you when they reach your website, visit our website www.brandnewstory.co.uk, where you can order your own free story health check just like this one. And remember, the world needs your story. Until next time.